Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Na 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 na. There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Faster, faster, faster. This is totally show business. Don't think it's not. So anyway, I was just sitting around today. And I had wanted to make a video about Laura Lee's new makeup line, Laura Lee Los Angeles, that's coming out. No, but in all seriousness, she called her new palette that's coming out Cat's Pajamas. I am so hot today because it is 91 degrees in Indianapolis that if I came out with a makeup line today, well I am, my makeup line called Good Judy Beauty is coming out January 2018. It is, wait, chapsticks and all, mama. So anyway, but if I was gonna name my makeup line today, I'd call it Sweat and Bullets because it's hot as shit. So anyway, I was sitting around today and I was like, okay, let me watch this video of Laura Lee's that she put up. And she put up a video on the 23rd called I Created My Own Makeup Line, Cat's Pajamas, Palette Reveal, and Makeup Tutorial. And I thought, you know, it's been a while since I've done a makeup Booty Guru makeup expose like I'm on American Investigative Reports on A&E. So I hadn't done one in a really long time. In fact, I think the last one that I did was Jeffree Star's Androgyny palette. So I thought, well, why not do Laura Lee's palette, Cat's Pajamas. So I watched her video, but all 24 minutes and 49 seconds. But before I get into that, I want to read to you what she has underneath here, if you haven't read it, if you're not one of the 670,404 people that have already watched the video. Now, interestingly enough, the video has 52,000 likes and 1,000 dislikes, and I'll tell you why that's interesting in a second. So, I read underneath her, she has quite a long paragraph. It is always interesting to me when people post videos that are like 24 to 30 minutes long. I mean, I do that every day. Oh, by the way, I make videos every day. I always am spilling drama, spilling tea, doing hocus pocus kind of BS. So come, and I have 3 other channels and I vlog every day for the year 2017. So please go subscribe. It's free. I mean, like, why wouldn't you? It's all linked below. So anyway, but what kills me is when these people make these videos, but then they feel like they need to write 2 paragraphs explaining the video that they just made that was 24 minutes long. What? No, I don't get that. It's like when you're, okay, I will have many Project Runway references today, but it's like when people are on the stage, you know, like a Project Runway at the end, and they're basically in like a potato sack, and it's disgusting, and she's like, well, I dyed the potato sack green because I was thinking of St. Patrick's Day, and Nina Garcia is like sitting there and she's like, well, it's not very editorial, I don't get it. And Zach Posen's like, it's just ugly, I just don't like it. And she's like, I know, but it references St. Patrick's Day, and how St. Patrick's Day started, and St. Patrick's Day means a lot to me because my little brother was born on St. Patrick's Day, and then he had twins on St. Patrick's Day, and then they're all like, oh, I get it. But you know, it's just a fucking potato sack dyed green, but then she's got a story to it that makes sense. No, we don't need all that, okay? We don't need the 2 paragraphs underneath the video. It explains itself. And let me just tell you, what kills me about this is Laura Lee's video stands on its own. There was no reason for the 2 paragraphs underneath it, but I will read them to you anyway. Hey, Laura Lee's today video is extra special. I mean, if you're gonna write the 2 paragraphs, make sure they're grammatically correct. Within the first 3 words, she's got it screwed up. Hey, Laura Lee's today video is extra special because I am revealing what I have been working on for so long. My very own makeup line. Oh my Lord, she needs to get an editor. Okay. My very own makeup line, Laura Lee, Los Angeles, AKA a dream come true. Whose dream? I don't know. My makeup line is cruelty-free and vegan. It is all, and I'm not shading Laura Lee in this, so just stay tuned, okay? Because I loved the video. It was very endearing. My makeup line is cruelty-free and vegan. It is also made in the United States. I pride myself in the high quality of this palette. I also took tons of time making sure that each eyebrow or eyeshadow is easy to blend. This way, a makeup beginner or a pro makeup artist with years of experience could both enjoy Cat's Pajama eyeshadow palette. Girl, with them running sentences. This palette is for my loving subscribers and will be for sale October 13th, Friday the 13th, 2017 on LauraLeeLosAngeles.com. It will cost $40. The pricing of the palette makes each eyeshadow $4. Remember, these are, I mean, these run on sentences, gal. Seriously, okay? Just call me up next time. I'll edit it for you in 5 minutes. I won't even charge you nothing, okay? So anyway, each eyeshadow, $4. Remember, these are American-made Luxe eyeshadows plus the palette with a fabulous mirror. Thank you for supporting me and watching my videos. And then she goes in here and thanks everybody under the sun. So basically what she's saying in her 2 paragraphs is, it's $40, this is why. It's very expensive, okay? The people that love her are going to pay $40 for a palette. I don't know. Is that expensive? I mean, it seems to me that all the palettes are between about $30 and $50 to me, so I don't think it's really that expensive, is it? I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 10 pans in the palette. Y'all think I don't know my shit. Listen, baby, I've been doing this for a while now, okay? I might not wear makeup, but I'm going to start because she says this palette, this one right here, girl, this guy's pajama palette, that one, yeah, she says it's for the beginner, and I'm the beginner, so I'm thinking about getting the palette. So anyway, now listen, before all these drama channels come out and they booger her swatches and they say it's not pigmented, you know how all those videos go. I hate that so much, right? It's like they're like, oh, the pigmentation sucks. I mean, it does kind of look like she pushes down real hard, but baby, she's doing swatches all the way up to her armpit in this video, okay? I didn't dislike it. So before they all come out with their swatches and their pigmentations and this thing's crap and there's pubic hairs in it and all this kind of stuff, you know, just wait. Those videos are coming. You know they are, okay? I just thought I'd get on here before the palette even comes out and say my 2 cents about what she said in the video because that's what I do. I'm an opinion channel. So anyway, so I watched this video with a totally open mind, and she goes into it at the beginning of it. Now, I like Laura Lee, okay? I don't have any issues with her. I like that she's kind of like this southern gal from, what, Alabama that, you know, made it big, and now she's in Los Angeles living in Calabasas or somewhere with her, you know, Jeffree Star and her boyfriend and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Laura Lee and her boyfriend Jeffree Star. Okay, anyway, she talks back in the day about how she was buying Jeffree Star makeup before she even like was a YouTuber. Y'all, she's like, and you know, it was always my dream to have it. She goes, it was never my dream to have my own makeup line. Because I thought, yes, maybe a makeup artist, but like to have my own makeup line was like so far in the distance that she thought that like that will never happen. Is she married? Does she have a boyfriend? She said, I think she says it's her husband on there, so it's her husband. So anyway. But I like Laura Lee's videos. I think she's cute. I think if this makeup gig doesn't work out for her, she could be like the Real Housewives of LA or Beverly Hills or whatever. It's Beverly Hills, not LA. I mean, she looks just like one of those Real Housewives of Dallas right now. So anyway, she's real cute. I like her. I mean, she'd be like somebody fun to go out to dinner with. So anyway, so I'm watching this video, and I thought it was so endearing what she does. Now, let me tell you, okay, that what's different about Laura Lee and all these other makeup gurus that come out, beauty gurus, that come out with their own makeup lines, okay? She's got a story. There's a story to her makeup line, and I love that. I love anything that has a story. Now, I don't like the green potato sack up there, and we got to buy into the St. Patrick's Day story. That story sucks. She came up with it 5 minutes before we walked on the stage, because you knew you had a potato sack, all right? But I like an authentic, genuine story, and she even uses the word authentic in her videos. You think she's been watching old Peter Monn? I doubt it. So anyway, she talks in there, and she talks about how, like, it was always her dream to be, like, a makeup artist and all this kind of stuff, and she just liked wearing makeup when she was back, you know, back in the day when she was growing up. This one part, she goes like this. I was like, was she a cheerleader? Oh my God, was Laura Lee? I bet she was a cheerleader, wasn't she? Does everybody know that already? And I don't know. So anyway, the secrets you find out every day being a beauty guru, you can too. So just get a camera and you can get up here and talk about all kinds of things. Poor Poopy over there, she's face down in her timeout. But, so anyway, I was watching this video. She goes in there and she tells a story about, you know, how she like designed everything. And one of the things I loved is that she goes in here and she describes every aspect of designing and putting together this makeup line, but specifically this makeup palette called, or this eyeshadow palette called Cat's Pajamas. So cute, right? So anyway, I think it's named after her cat. But anyway, so she goes in there and she describes all this kind of stuff about how she picked out the case, and we'll get to the case in a second. Well, I'll just get to the case right now. I don't love the case, okay? She went on and on about this case. If I had one criticism of her palette, and I'm sorry, Laura, I thought that your whole storyline, I thought the names of the eyeshadow, which we're going to get to in a second, I thought was so endearing. I loved everything about this. I don't think $40 is a high price point. I mean, if people love makeup, I don't think it's a high price point. But anyway, I thought everything else about the video was fantastic. She does a little tutorial at the end using the palette. I thought it was really cute. Everything about it I loved, especially the names of the eyeshadow pans, so let me get to that in a second. But the one thing I really, really did not care for was the palette itself, actually. And on the outside, it's fine. It's glitter. She talked about how she picked the glitter. She shows, like, the basic one that was just white. And then she opens it, and it's, like, white, and then it's got the pans in there and just a mirror. And then the real one through it, like, at first, okay, so I'm sitting in the parking lot with my sunglasses on. It was like one of those moments on Project Runway, you know, where you're like this. You know what I'm talking about? Where they do that with the card? Because they're like, what's walking across the stage? And they're like doing one of these. Like, Nina Garcia's always like this. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, is that a mess of trouble? Or is those flowers? Or what's going on there? And so what it is she's got flowers on the casing that the palette comes in. And it matches these flowers in the inside. But like from far away, I mean, honest to God, I'm not shading her, but it really looks like if you're like, you know, painting in like kindergarten, you know I'm talking about, like one of those paint pans that looks very much like an eyeshadow palette. It looks like that, and there's just messy paint on it. It doesn't look, unless you're right up on it, it doesn't look like an eyeshadow palette. It looks like, you know, somebody's you know, first grade kindergarten like paint palette. And so I was thinking of it, and I got like up on it with, you know, and I was like, okay, so they're like rosebuds or something, or some kind of flower. And I was like, I get it, like it matches the packaging, but like it kind of distorts the eyeshadow. Like I would have liked something just a little bit more basic, even just the glitter. But now, you know, here's the problem. All of these beauty gurus come out with their eyeshadow palettes and all this kind of stuff, and Jeffree Star's come out a lot, and he uses the glitter, and he uses like the darker colors. So for her, she's got to kind of stay true to who she is, and she's got to kind of do something, but I just felt like it didn't make the eyeshadows pop. Okay, so that was just my only criticism for the whole thing, is that I didn't like the packaging. Now I'm back to my booktuber days when people are like opening Alcrite and stuff like that, and they're like, I didn't like the packaging. So anyway, but that was my only thing. So then she goes into these eyeshadows, and she's talking about these eyeshadows, right? Are you ready for this? Okay, now, I love when I watch beauty gurus pick what they call their different makeup lines or eyeshadows, because for me, as an author, like the title of my book, the names of the characters is always very, very important to me, okay? I think it's pivotal to the story that you are telling overall about the project or the artistic endeavor that you're doing. And I love that she goes in here, and are you ready? She names, people are watching this and they're like, yes, girl, we already knew this. We watched Laura Lee's video. But this was my favorite part. So anyway, this is just my commentary. She goes in there. I could be the next Zach Posen. Why don't they have me on Project Runway? I rip those people to shreds. I'd be like, that is gross, okay? I don't know what you had any business walking that shit out here, okay? Walk back into the store. Let Tim Gunn walk you out the door. Don't even take your stuff with you. It's ugly. So anyway, are you guys watching this season, though? Oh, my God. I do love that Brandon so much. Oh, faint a million faints. So cute. So anyway, and his shit is so on point. I love it. But anyway, so I'm watching this, and she starts talking about how she named each eyeshadow after a comment in her videos, right? And she talks in there at the beginning about how, like, she's learned over time that people that like her will like her for being her authentic self, for being kooky, for being crazy, for being, you know, like, scatterbrained, because that's, like, one of her, like, titles. Like, kooky is one, scattered is another one, things like that, or scatterbrained. And she's like, and I just realized that that's who I am, and I am not going to change who I am, because the people that like me will like me, and the people that don't. And she says it very sweet. She's not a bitch about it. I was like, yes, girl, yes, man, you get it, you get it, you get it. And I was like, for once, I'm finally watching a humble, authentic, genuine beauty guru that is sitting there explaining what this stuff did, and she turns her wounds into wisdom, because some of the comments are very nice that she calls her eyeshadow things, right? And the other ones are obviously people that have shaded her, and she's like gonna turn her wounds into wisdom, and she's turning these negative comments, and she's grown up, and she's talked about how she's a different person today, and that she's really come to terms with who she is on YouTube, and that it's been a long journey for her making this makeup thing. And there's this whole story that goes with the palette, right? And what you realize over time watching this video is that she is so smart. And I don't know if she came up with this on her own, or if somebody said this is what you need to do, or if she just literally sat down on camera and turned it on and was like, I'm just gonna tell my shit because this is all I got. But she tells her story from point to finish of how she liked makeup, how she, I mean, it's not like intricate, but like it's basically the short version of how she liked makeup, how she started becoming like a makeup, you know, artist, how she started making YouTube channels. She loved YouTube. She's different today than she was then. She's grown up a lot over time. It was kind of always her dream to own her own makeup line later in life, and so like she's moved, she's done all this kind of stuff. And now she's got this makeup line coming out, and it's her AKA dream come true. No, I'm joking, but I loved it. And then she even turns her wounds into wisdom by taking these comments and turning them into eyeshadow names. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. This is something I can buy into, okay? Now listen, you want to talk about swatches? I mean, it looked like she was pushing a little hard to me, but girl, I don't know a swatch, okay? I don't know a swatch from a swatch watch back in 1980. Every time I go to the duty free, when I'm going through the airport, they always have those swatches. I'm like, does anybody wear those anymore? I had one in 7th grade, but anyway. Some of these swatches she's taking straight up into her armpit, okay? Other swatches don't go as far. But like, they look like good swatches to me, and I'm just waiting for those videos to drop. The pigmentation sucks and, you know, all this kind of stuff. I thought the video was absolutely genuine. I thought it was 100%. We'll see what happens when the makeup line drops. I mean, that's like really, you know, the real tea right there. Shade fans. The real tea right there is when you can actually see the makeup line. And since I probably won't be buying it, I'll just rely on everybody else. But can we actually get like an authentic review, like a real review of this, okay? This is what kills me is that a lot of drama channels will never give props where props are due. And so, you know, like I get so many people that comment me and they're like, I love Jeffree Star's makeup simply because it's some of the best out there. Or other people will say, I don't like Jeffree Star's makeup because it doesn't work with my skin. Or I don't like Jeffree Star's makeup because of this, right? But they give very, like, positive reasons why they don't like it, okay? They give realistic reviews of why they don't like makeup. What I can't stand, okay, is makeup drama channel after makeup drama channel that just wants to shade somebody for views, okay? The same people that over and over and over again, baby, they never reviewed Wet n Wild, never in their life, okay, have they reviewed Wet n Wild. But what are they wearing? Because Jeffree Star, L'Oreal, you know, Manny Mua, you know, all of these different makeup companies and makeup gurus, they don't like anything that they put out, right? But they're sitting there with makeup on their faces. So it makes you wonder, like, what are they wearing that they think is so fine? Because they dog literally every bit of makeup that comes out there, right? And is that because they're giving honest reviews? And then they critique people like Jeffree Star or Laura Lee or Nikki Tutorials or whatever for giving botched, unrealistic reviews. Well, who's giving the real review? You know, 6 months ago I said that drama channels were important because we were holding these people accountable. Well, now I think it's important that we give really honest reviews about all of it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about my opinion about makeup anyway, but I loved it. I loved her video, and I thought it was very, very revealing and endearing. So I will do a review when it comes out on the 13th. Love you guys. Bye.